fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. Waters. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Who's right? Hey, switch gears.
On first down, it's Waters, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Later one. General West. Kill. Check nickel. Shoot. Jam. Go Chief. Check. Fresno. Express. Fresno. Switch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch.
Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Two right here. Too low, check 43. Protein spill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
70, Indy. Crunch time, defense. 52's the mark, boy, 52. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Big rip.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Watch one. Check 31. Express.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a play.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Exit, exit. 52's the mic. Watch mic, watch mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 36, 36. Stand.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Mike. Smooth. 52. Get that quarterback. And all come.
Here's Jones on first down, going for it all. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
18 Raiders. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Crunch. 5-2 the mic.
Jones back to the air on second down. This one complete to Scott Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Roll out. Bang, 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 bang. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 50, check 50. Kill.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Down! Blue 80! White! Defense wins championships, baby! Blue 80!
On play action, now Carr, and that's going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, Mike 52! Mike 52! Hey, here I come!
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones is going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Quick pass out to Miller.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Hey, my 7.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 99. Check 99. Bravo. 52 by 52. I got hard. Kill. Shoot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got Evans. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Jones now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing Jones. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
52. Mike 52. Watch the run. Look. Squeeze. Alert 3.
Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Right down. 185. 56. Right Monday down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Down. 180. Right there. 56. Blue dead. Express. Motion. 56 up.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Yeah.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Hey, Haywood! Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Hey, exit. Hey, lock it. They're running it. Kill.
They're going to try and throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
56. Mike's 56. Come on, D. He's out there.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Yeah. No, check that. Hey, Delta.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Waters, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Like 56. OP. No chance. He's coming. Double up. White.
On second and 12, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Give me that ball, defense. 29. Express.
To throw his Carr. He's going to launch this thing way down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
That's right. Down. 56. 12 Gumbo.
On first down, it's Waters, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Waters, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, 180. 56. Easy. Kill. Watch the curl. SOS.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You got him. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Checking. Who's right, T? 52. Showing it. Low. Check.
On third down, it's Waters. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Waters. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Express. Shit. Check safety. Check safety. That's right. Undercut.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Watch twist. Check the backer. Watch safety 3. Find down.
On third down, it's Waters. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
5. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Stop your watch.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yep. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking downfield for Gap. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Smith. 56.
To throw, it's Carr. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, switch gears. Get up.
They'll try the left side. Waters. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
I'm coming. 56. Check 56. Check. Hey, box truck. 56. Mike's 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr.
Let's get out of the field.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Check nickel. Go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. You must be dreaming. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, Sam off.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, orbit. Ready?
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Coming to you, coming to you. Shit. Easy. You got tight. 10-30. Hey, high 7.
Rodgers looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
3, 218, chopper. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
60 Pittsburgh. I got you. Go out. Rush in. Now.
Jones on first down, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You got nothing. Check. Hard.
To throw again, Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
My 52. Look, squeeze. Rock it. Shoot.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game have veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?